Hi there, everybody. It is Jamie with Creations of Studio 39, and I'm here with my friend Tony, who has taken my Create course. So thanks for being here, Tony, with all of your beautiful paintings behind you.
Thank you for having me.
It's been so fun. So, Tony and I were just on a Zoom together earlier. So, we were just kind of chatting a little bit and coming on here. So, I have asked Tony to come on and talk a little bit about her experience with Create. And tell me, this will be the third time or the second time you've taken it?
Third. Yeah, this will be the
That's
third
what I
time.
was thinking.
Because I
Yeah.
took
Yeah.
fall and then summer last year.
Right, right.
And
Okay.
then this one will be my third.
Very fun. So tell me about like when you started your business and kind of like when you took Create that first time, kind of where you were in your business.
When I took Create the first time, I had not launched a business. I had a creative business, paint parties. But in the fall, when you offered it, I had not launched. I had not done all the things. But I stepped out and took the Create course. And
I
it
don't know that
changed.
I realized that. So you hadn't started the Painted Roadrunner yet?
No, I had started the Paint Roadrunner, that business, but I had not done my private membership group.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay,
Sorry, I
okay,
should have clarified. But I had started the Paint Roadrunner back in 2019.
okay.
But I was at a certain level of followers. I was just at that place where I needed to get unstuck. And I don't know that stuck is the exact word, but I was kind of at a plateau. Maybe plateau is what
Oh
more.
yeah, plateau.
I
Yeah.
was kind of at a plateau where things weren't really going up, they weren't really going down, and all the things. But then I took the fall Create course, and it brought back things that sometimes we even make know, like our routines and we get off from our routine because life takes us out of that and we don't go back to it. But it just brought back all the things and brought back new things that, if implemented, it moved me out of that plateau. It moved me, and the people that were in that group motivated and encouraged me to step it up, because when you're with like-minded people and they're succeeding, you want to succeed, and not because you're in competition, but because they inspire you.
Yes. Yeah.
So that
And
group really inspired me, along with all of your training, inspired me to step it up. And in there, when I took the next Create in the summer, but I launched my membership before I even took the next Create,
in
because
between.
of,
Yeah.
and because Jamie was one of those people that said, so when are you going to launch? And I was going to do it in the fall when we did fall Create. And then things happened. And finally she said, what is keeping you from just doing it? And so I just did it. And so I think having people that inspire you, but just help you become the best that you're meant to be, those are who we should surround ourselves with, not people that are negative and can't see the glass half full. Yeah, there's days we're discouraged in our business, but Create has given me, it was the first course that I ever took and finished the whole incomplete thing.
I figured you were going to say that. So, Tony
And
has told me that multiple times that she's taken other courses. You can put in the comments if you've taken courses, you've taken workshops, you've done all these different things to try to find strategies, to try to learn what you feel like you're missing, and you don't implement it. You don't take action on it. You have all of this content, this knowledge, all of the information. So, you even told me that because you went through Create and the way that I have it organized and the content, like you said, it's not like rocket science. Like it's not
yeah.
anything that's takes a lot of extra or maybe even stuff that you didn't know, but you can implement it. And because you implement it, that's what you were able to go back to some of the other courses and things that you had, and then they made sense. Like you
Well,
could go through them.
and for example, I have a course I just paid high dollar for, high dollar. And it was in a time where I probably shouldn't have joined it, but I haven't finished it. I haven't completed it. I haven't done all the things. And I think that by me saying this is doable, I'm not diminishing the content at all. It's amazing content. It's amazing, but it's doable and it's consumable in a way that I feel like if you're just getting a course and you don't consume it, then it's not beneficial because you're not using it. This course was actually something I could do and complete, and it was beneficial and has changed my business and my professional life, not just my business. So I just want to say this, it's not just for the creative, like painter or mixed media artist. It is for someone that wants their life to be more intentional, more.
That is a yes.
And you always, your quote is to have a life you love. Well, this has helped me bring back practices that maybe I did know a little bit. You know, I did a morning routine, but it wasn't as intentional as I think it is now. And
so it kind of brought everything together so that you knew what to be intentional about.
Yes, 100%.
Because tell me in the comments, I see some different people watching. I saw Donna commented here that action taking, she says action taking is key. Yes.
And Create did help me take action. It did help me. It's helped me even now. There's things I have left behind because I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to do it, but it's important to my business. It's crucial to my business. And it's made me want to step up and take action on those things, even if they're not my favorite things to do. Hire somebody.
The way that the course is laid out, there are 6 different practices, and each one of the practices has an introduction video, and then there's 3 other points to each one of the videos, and each one of those has an action step, a challenge, something to do. And like you're saying, it's not like there are things that take a long time, that are difficult to do. There are things I want you to take action. I want you to implement because they're helping your business. They're helping you as a person, and taking action on them is the goal, not that they're difficult or challenging so I think I call them a challenge. I don't know that they're necessarily a challenge as much as they are. This is what I want you to take action on. I want you to implement. Yeah. What is it that has brought you back to taking Create last summer and now this summer?
I was just going to say, I was just thinking in my mind as you were about to ask me another question. To me, it's been different every single time. So if you've done it before and you think, oh, I've done that, I don't need to do it. She changes it up every time. This time's going to be a lot different than before, I think, just from what I have gotten so far.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of different things, but each time I've grown in a different area. Like maybe the first time was my AM routine needed really, I'm one that will be very honest. I have no nighttime routine. Even when I try, I mess up and I'm really bad about my nighttime routine, but I have been trying to be better about putting my phone away an hour before I go to bed, I try 2 hours, but the nighttime routine, but each time I took it, something was going on either in me personally or my business that the practices just helped me align not align, but just being in line with how I want to run my business. I want to run my business with God being number one. And she's not so much telling you have to do that, but that made me my quiet time, my nighttime routine, my rest time, my thoughts. Thoughts for me are the number one thing I have to keep in check daily. So I have to do that daily. We all get that way, but Create really gave me that place to do that, but also with incredible people. I'm not going to diminish the community I've had there. By far has been the best community I've ever had in any group. And I'll go on record just saying that because that's really how I feel. Because I've really grown. People have loved on me. I've loved on them. It's just been a really, 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 and
we're on Zoom every single week together. an hour, hour and a half. So we get to know each other really well during
Yes.
the course, and even submitting questions and the actions that you take for the challenges. You really do get to know the people pretty well, even though you're not in person with them, but you get to know them pretty well and what's going on in their business. And, you're really spending 8 to almost 9 weeks together pretty closely and getting to know everybody.
Well, and that just spilled over into life because you guys, not every community, but I have ladies in the Create community that when I was going through one of the hardest seasons I'll ever go through, I would get a message on Messenger saying, I'm thinking of you. I'm praying for you. I love you. Sending me cards, sending me, when my mother passed finally, just all the things that they have done. That is not your normal. That is not normal in every group, I will say. I'm in a lot of groups, so I can probably say that pretty quickly. But those ladies are not just my Create friends. They're family to me. And I'm not going to cry because I said I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. But, and I can cry easy these days. But and I've told Jamie, there's several of us that can be her fan club president, not lying. But I love how she does it, why she does it. I love that she's real, and she's not paying me to do this. So just FYI, but she's real, and she really does care whether someone is succeeding or whether whatever the case may be. And I felt that from the very beginning, from the first time I met her online, then when I met her in person, like she is what it is what you see. She is, what's that saying? You get what she is, what you see. I mean, she's not different. She's not different off camera. She's not different when in person. She is the same person. And that's who I always want to be. I want to be the same person if you meet me in person. I want to be the same person if you see me online. I'm pretty just much a real hot mess all the time. So either you have to like it or not. I don't know. But I love Create. And if you've taken it before and you think, I don't need it this time. Yeah, there's probably something you don't know that you need that you will get when you get in there. That's how it always is.
And like you said, I did change some things and add some different things in. And I had talked about on the interviews earlier that I have the VIP option this time is to include creative time.
And I can't wait for that.
Yeah. They're going to be fun. I haven't even shared like what the designs are going to be yet because I'm still kind of working out based on who's coming in. That's really why I haven't shared them. But I am going to be releasing a fall design and a winter, I'll call it, design that you'll be able to use and be able to use at your paint parties, either in person or I'm giving the rights to be able to use online too.
Oh, how fun.
So, yeah, so that's going to be completely new. And and then the 2 bonuses for everyone is a guide on memberships and then a guide on affiliate marketing. And sharing those 2 things are some of the things that I get the most questions about related to my business. So, well, Tony, I'm so glad that you came on today. And just to kind of finish up, I know that you've mentioned a couple of times, that you need to take Create, even if you've taken it before. But what would you say to someone right now that might be watching or that's gone through the boot camp that might still be thinking about it as the reason why they need to take Create?
Well, number one, if you're just need personal development, it's amazing. It's not just for a creative business owner. It's for whoever wants to create the life they love, whoever wants to create that space where they feel peace and where they feel like, I just would say that it's more to me about personal development sometimes because the business follows. If I have myself aligned and I have myself doing all the things that center me and get me where I need to be, then the business will follow. The business will come if you are your real authentic self, if in all the things. And Create to me isn't just a business course. So if you're thinking that in your head, please reach out to one of us, somebody and ask us questions, because it's not just for a creative business owner. Yes, it does help a creative business owner. I'm not going to say it doesn't, but it also helps people. We've had ladies that just felt really like in a dark place, and it helped them out of that dark place. And it's not just because of business, it's because of the practices. And I just think not only just the course, but like I didn't get to say, but the Create Retreat is something that you get invited to if you've participated in the Create course. You guys, you don't want to, I don't even have enough time. I'm past my time, but you've got to enjoy that. And everybody kept commenting on my pictures, but to enjoy all of that, you have to go through the course. And I don't want to say have to, you get to do all the fun things. You get to go through the course. Then when you get to meet the people in person, it's just a bonus upon bonus. And Jamie does it. She doesn't do it halfway. I'm just going to leave it at that. But if you're on the fence, just take it. You don't have anything to lose, only things to gain. And I would recommend this course anytime, anywhere. And she knows.
Well, Toni, thank you. I know there are a couple of people watching that are alumni. So if you would like to put #CreateAlumni, then that way anybody who's watching that might have questions and they're already connected with you, they'd be able to reach out and ask questions, because it does close tonight. Tonight at midnight, I am closing enrollment because Sunday we're having the orientation, and Monday is when the first content releases with the challenges for community. And that is all about like building your audience and emails and all of the things that a lot of people ask me about with, you know, building a following and a community. So
just jump in. You won't regret it.
Well, Toni, thank you so much. I hope you have a great weekend.
Thank you for having me.
I'll see you at the orientation.
Okay, see you then. Bye.
Okay. Awesome. So next I have up Laura, and I'm going to go ahead and bring her in here. And you may recognize Laura because she has this flower crown that has become her signature thing. So Laura, thanks so much for coming on and being willing to talk about your experience with Create. So this will be the second time that you've taken Create, right?
Yes. Yes.
Very good. So tell me about when you started your business and kind of where your business was when you took Create last summer.
Well, I tell you, I was personally in a difficult place. I was changing gears, and I really was out of alignment. I was trying to get into something new, and I didn't really know how to do it. But Create really helped me have a foundation, something to create a purpose, really. And a way for me to just get things lined up where I knew that I had some confidence to go ahead and move forward in my business.
Which is exactly what I talk about, like being stuck. You were kind of in this place where you didn't know how to move forward, and building confidence with these different foundational practices.
Right. And I had taken some other courses where I had all of these different things, and I had no idea that I was just getting more and more confused.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to pull it all together. And so when we finally got the personal life in alignment, then all of a sudden you have free space. You're not worried about
Isn't that true? Yes.
You have free space for that stuff to start making sense. And it began to make some connections. And once those light bulbs start going off, then it's like a chain reaction. And you have this community around you that it doesn't seem to matter what time of the day or night somebody's up, you know, and you can find some answers, or at least, you know, someone knows something. But it was very well put together, and I really enjoyed it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it again.
I think that we had connected in another course or
Did?
membership a little while, a year or so, maybe before Create. Have you taken time to really think about last year to now, like where your business has come?
Oh, absolutely. I have
I was
several.
wondering whether you had. Yeah. So tell me kind of what's happened since Create last year to this year. Like, what have you been able to do that's been different? Because you really were kind of at the beginning of putting things together.
Absolutely at the beginning, because I wanted my life to move online because of the circumstances that I was in. I needed my schedule to be a little more flexible and a little more, not only time wise, but location wise. So I didn't know how to bring all that together. But I will say too, I'm the kind of person that likes to check all the boxes, all the boxes. And I'll go back and tell. So what I ended up with at the end of the course was literally like a manual of how to proceed with an online business. And I have gone back and referred to that so many times. And
That's
recently
awesome.
I went through I have 3 books full. And they're dog eared, or what do you do when you flag a page, so that you can go back and find it exactly where what you're looking for.
So you've been able to refer back to it, and you've had access to the course that you can go back and watch the videos and get the content and everything.
She laid it out in such logical order that it made it like so easy.
That's my teacher brain. I have to have kind of like an order to it.
Yeah. I will also tell you, I'm, because of the things that are going on in my life, caregiver and all that stuff, it's very consumable. The old joke about how do you eat an elephant? You one bite at a time. And it was small little bits and very digestible. So
yeah, I have all the videos. I have all the videos laid out. So I think maybe 8 to 9 minutes is about the longest.
That's right.
The question and answer when we're on Zoom, and the tech where I allow everyone to submit questions, and then I record the tech questions that they have. Those are a little bit longer, but as far as the content where I ask you to do the challenges, they're all a little bit shorter, so that if you just had 10 minutes, you would be able to watch one of them. Yeah.
I have to say that the challenges were all fun and productive. And I was able to ring in on a few of them, and it was super fun. I mean, who doesn't want to win something, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that just gave you the extra incentive as well. And I'll touch on the retreat like Tony did, that because I had the honor of taking that course, I was invited to this retreat, and it was a few days long, but I walked into people's arms I had never met in person, and it was like a reunion. It was just so wonderful. It just
maybe that's what I should call it, as a Create reunion.
Yes, I mean just and I don't have a lot of, and I'm sure a lot of creative people have the same way. They don't have anyone that really thinks like they do. And so this was a whole community of people thinking the way you do and heading in the same direction. So it's just, it was enlightening and refreshing and uplifting.
Oh, well, and you've really been able to accomplish a lot in the past year with different things that you've done in your business, and just the reference that you have to those notebooks has helped you to be able to just take action. Like Laura's just like taking action to do different things and completely unattached to the results. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do this and take advantage of this and do that and learn. And that's what she's been able to do. And I think the people who continue to do that are the ones who don't get stuck anymore. Like, you're not stuck. Yeah.
You can't quit. You got to
Yeah.
dip your toe in the pool of success.
Well, I like that. That's good.
But you
So
can't, you have to, and this group of people are all, goers and doers. They're not
yeah,
quitters. And I like to be surrounded by people that are willing to go the extra mile, with
Yeah.
me.
yeah, for sure. I see a lot of the people commenting, Create alumni, Debbie and Tony and
Ah,
Connie, and she said, I can't wait until the next year for the retreat. I think she's talking about. And Nilda, I'm going to go ahead and pull up her comment here. You might want to see. She says that you look fabulous. You are
Oh.
shining.
Oh, does that have something to do with light?
But it might. It
That's what I
might.
mean. Thank you,
Yeah.
Nilda. You're wonderful.
Oh, the ladies that have been in the Create course, this will be the 4th time that we've had it, and I do invite the alumni to be able to come back and take the course because, like Tony had mentioned, and Laura is in a different place in her business right now. You get something different from it each time because the people in it are different. There are new people coming in. Some people, the alumni, choose to come back, and then the content. I'm changing up a little, not the content, but the bonuses and different things. That's going to, and I do have another bonus. So you got to stick around until 3:45. I'm going to tell you about, and those things are going to be different. So you get something different from it each time. So Laura, if you were going to tell somebody who maybe is watching that is undecided and doesn't know exactly why they should take Create, what would you tell them?
I would tell them that they don't know what's in their future that they would be missing out on, that it might change their life. Sometimes you just have to walk in faith and just move right on into those situations and just know that you're going to come out a better person on the other side.
That is a good way to put it. Yeah. That I've done that multiple times with different things. Like you just have to have faith that if you feel like your heart's starting to beat fast, if you feel like something that somebody has said, like, oh, that I want to have that too.
Right.
Usually
right.
that's when you know that maybe you just have to kind of just hit the button and just decide that you want something different.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
I'm so thankful that you followed your desires and went ahead and built this, because we're all succeeding from it, and I hope that you're getting some fulfillment out of it as well.
Well, that is like my main reason for doing the things that I do. So thank you for that confirmation. So
yes, absolutely.
So, yay. Ria just put a comment in here and she says, I took my leap of faith today and I'm very excited. So you will see Ria in the Create course because she just decided. I didn't know if you knew that already. So, she's going to bring in her cat there. So she is very excited that she took that leap just today. So awesome. Well, Laura, thank you so much for coming on and chatting with me for a little bit. And
Absolutely.
I will see you on Sunday at the orientation.
Yes, I'm excited about it. I'm glad to see everybody else too. Thanks.
Very good. Well, and stick around until 3:45 because I'm going to talk about the bonus that I'm adding just today. So, okay. Thanks, Laura.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, that was fun. We even got to see her cat on there. So I have one more person to bring on. And after she is finished, I am going to talk about a bonus that I'm adding to Create. And I know typically most people don't add a bonus on the last day, like with only about 8 hours left before a course enrollment closes, but I'll explain why I'm adding it today. So I'm going to go ahead and bring on Terry. And let me switch us around here. So Terry's got some palm trees in the back of her. That's awesome. So hi, Terry. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on and chatting. I think maybe all 3 people that have come on and chatted today this might have been their very first time to do an interview like this. So
Mhm.
give them some encouragement in the comments there that they kind of stepped out of their comfort zone and said, okay, I'll do an interview. What does that mean? What do I have to do?
How do I do it?
Yeah. How? So, well, thank you so much. I know that we've known each other, I guess, for a couple of years, but
Mhm.
last summer was the first time that you took Create with Laura, right? So you were in the class with Laura.
Yes,
Very good. And you're coming back and taking it again this summer.
absolutely.
So
Yep.
tell us about your business, kind of like when you started and like where you were last summer and what made you decide to take Create.
Oh, I guess my business is always blessed art. And I guess I started it sometime in 2020. What a time to start a business,
Yeah.
right?
Me too.
Um,
Yep.
So I was just looking for something to help me push along last summer. But I want to inject here that because my business is still fairly small compared to others, but to me, Create is so much more than just for your business. Yes, that's what it's great to put practices into pushing your business along, but it's for everybody, in my opinion. It's just life practices. It's for life.
Mm.
And, you know, if you're in a place in your life, maybe not in your business, but you're just dissatisfied with your life in general, like, you know, you feel like there's something missing, you need something else. That's why I would highly recommend the Create course.
Well, and you know, you say that, and I never thought about that could be one of the reasons why you're stuck. You feel like there's something missing. So I like the way that you put that. I had never thought about it like that. So,
Yes.
yeah.
And I will say both Tony and Laura touched on this, and this is what I had in my mind when you asked me to sit for this interview. I have spent personally thousands on other courses, other
I
business
didn't know
courses.
that.
Yes, ma'am. And actually, when I started my business, I started it because of another course that I had spent a couple of $1,000s on.
Oh.
So that kind of kickstarted that. But all of that to say that these other courses are, for me, for my learning style, overwhelming and
Yeah.
overpowering. And because of that, Tony said this kind of, you don't follow through on it. You just get
Yeah.
so overwhelmed that you just kind of, you know, drop it. And
And then you
the
don't
way,
implement anything and you don't
right,
use it.
right. But you put things in such easy, bite-sized pieces that anybody can digest. That's one of the main, you know, the main components of Create is that they're small, bite-sized pieces. But at the same time, they can bring really big results.
Oh, I like that comparison there, that even though they're small and it's about taking those small actions really can like lead to and compound to bigger things.
Right.
I like it.
And you know, they're easy to digest, easy to put into practice. But another reason that they're easy to put into practice is the community that you create within Create the course, because there's so much accountability, and it's not like pressure. You know, it's not pressure to do something; it's encouragement. But it's
Yeah.
it's the accountability to, yeah, you can do this. You can do it.
Yeah, there really is a lot of encouragement, because even if you're at a different place, you mentioned that you feel like your business is small. I feel like that's encouragement for anyone that would be watching, where they might feel like their business is small too. Terry still takes action to put herself in and around other people who she wants to aspire to be, or have her
Right.
business aspire to be like. And I think that that says a lot about the kind of action taker that you are, that you are willing to invest your time, your energy, your money into, it sounds like several courses, but into Create to be able to get around those people. So I've always thought that everybody's at a different place in their business.
Mhm.
And, you know, it doesn't mean that because you have a smaller following doesn't mean that you can't be successful.
Right.
And still apply the things that are in the course. So it's been so much fun to get to know Terry over these past couple of years, and she did come to the retreat, and so I got to really spend a little bit more time with her and have learned a lot more about all the different things that makes Terry unique. And one of the things that we talk about in the course, and I don't know that anybody has mentioned, probably some of my alumni on here may have noticed that I planted a couple of things, maybe turn it this way a little bit, that maybe there might be right over in here some little things. Did anybody notice the unicorn up there? I don't know. Tony, Nilda, maybe Debbie on there. So one of the things that we talk about in the course a little bit is that everybody's unique. And, you know, you've probably noticed from Terry coming on here that she has very unique hair. And I thought that that was probably one of the most unique things. But I will tell you what, if you get into the Create course, you might find out some more interesting things that are unique about Terry. I'm not even going to share them because you got to be in the course to be able to find out. So Terry, what's one of the things inside of Create that you have taken this past year and really feel like you were able to apply that's made like the biggest difference in the past year since taking the course?
Well, I think the section on thoughts is really powerful. Everybody, again, I'm going to say not just business owners, everybody needs to know how to reframe your thoughts and to, turn the negatives into the positives. You know, you have a saying where, I'm not good at tech yet. I can't do that.
I still
yet.
use
So
all the time.
Yeah. So the thought one is a huge one. I will say the evening routine too has made a big change in my life. I don't know that I would say in my business, but in my life, yes. So no matter where you are, you can get something out of the Create course.
Right. Like I think everybody that I have interviewed has said that too, that it doesn't really matter. And they keep coming back, the alumni do, because they're in a different place and they learn something different. And then with the new bonuses that I'm adding this time about the memberships and about affiliate marketing, and in about 7 minutes or so, I'll tell you about another bonus here. Yeah, it's going to be different because I'm always learning. I'm always wanting to pass on things that I learned. So even though the content remains the same, depending on the people that are in the course and the things that I'm learning, because it's a live course, it's always going to be like relevant and, you know, according to kind of whatever's going on in the time with social media and different things like that. So yeah, it's always going
and
to
Jamie,
be relevant.
I will say that that's the other thing about you, the course, and you in particular. Like you said, it's live time. So anything that you learn, you share with us. You know, you're always so open and willing and wanting everybody else to know, the new things that you learned. So I really appreciated that too. Your willingness to share your knowledge as you gain it.
Yeah, it really is kind of like real time. I get excited to pass it on to somebody else who might not know it, and I can make it easier for them. Really, I think I talked about on one of the days, that's been my main reason for creating the course, is it took me a lot of hours. I took a lot of courses, a lot of things, a lot of my time. And I feel like that's part of my purpose. My mission is to help other people so that they don't have to spend all that time. They don't have to, because I'm just curious by nature and I have spent that amount, that I can just pass that on to other people. And that, I don't know, that just like gets me excited that I feel like I can help other people like that to make it easier for them than it might have been for me. So, yeah. So what would you say if there's anybody watching that is maybe unsure about whether they should take Create or not? What would you say is the reason why they should say yes?
Just like I've already said, it's for life. You will not regret it. If you want to, make a change in your life or improve your life, there's especially if you're a creative. Jamie speaks that language. She knows the world of creatives.
Is that, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Artists talk, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no other course like it as far as self-development and business development combined. And you won't regret it. Plus you might get to go somewhere, and
Yes.
see some palm trees.
I have not announced specifically when and where exactly the retreat will be, but it is going to happen again next spring. And you do get invited if you take the course. You're the first ones to get invited to come to the retreat. And it will be in Florida because I do like palm trees and I do like the beach. And I like being able to go that time of year when it's not too hot yet and not as many people. And so end of April, beginning of May time period. And it will be on Anna Maria Island again because we have found, I don't know, we've just found that to be, it just reflects a lot of the things that I teach inside Create. So there
may be a beautiful spot.
Yeah, there may be someplace else, but for now, that's where I found that it kind of just goes along with everything that I teach inside of Create. So, well, very good. Well, Terry, thank you so much for coming on and being willing to chat and learn about being interviewed. So I appreciate it so much. And I will see you on Sunday at the orientation.
Absolutely.
Very
Bye.
good. Bye, Terry. Thanks. So those are the three people that I have that I wanted to interview today to talk a little bit about Create and maybe answer some questions. If you're watching and you're still curious about Create, you can just comment Create and I will put the link in here for you to check out any more of the information. But I do have a bonus that I decided just yesterday to go ahead and add because typically I will have some kind of bonus in the course that I maybe don't share, right at the beginning. I have the bonuses this year of the membership guide and the affiliate marketing guide. But I would like for anybody that's watching that is already in the course, if you know someone else in the course right now, can you go ahead and put their name? Because this is a bonus that everyone in the course will get, whether you have already signed up, whether you are an alumni, or whether you are brand new and you joined before midnight tonight. So, hey there, Amy. So could you go ahead, if you do not see anyone, see somebody commenting that is in the course already, you've seen me post their name, you've seen them comment inside the course because you've already been in there, you've been inside my CBOB group because you've seen me post their names in there, I would like for you to go ahead and put their name in the comments because I have not sent out an email about this. I have not shared about this bonus yet. This is a brand new bonus that I just decided yesterday based on something that I listened to. So when Terry was talking about one of the things that I do is if there's something real time, if there's something right now that I've learned, found out about, experimented with, failed on, whatever it is myself, I want to pass it along. And Wednesday and Thursday, I was kind of thinking about if there was going to be another bonus. And I have a couple of different ideas, and every once in a while, I'll even tell you about bonuses while you're in the course that I hadn't planned on. So there may still be one or two of those when you're in the course. But last year, I had made available a book that we all read during the course. And I decided that I was not going to do that this year because honestly, it took a lot of my time and energy to be able to make that happen and get that book sent to everybody. So I decided that I wasn't going to do that until yesterday. Yesterday, I went out on a walk, and my walk was 1 hour and 7 minutes. And the reason that I know that is because I was listening to an app that I had mentioned earlier, and it was the Growth Day app. And the Growth Day app, if you are unfamiliar, is an app that Brendon Burchard, who is probably one of the biggest motivational speakers, right up there with Tony Robbins. I don't know if they're in competition at what level, but he has written books and he has a podcast, and I listen to a lot of his stuff. And his Growth Day app is a personal development app, like all in one place. He has speakers and courses, and it is a paid app. So I was listening to it yesterday, and the reason that I know that it was 1 hour and 7 minutes is he actually read an excerpt. Is that how you say it? Excerpt? He read a couple of chapters actually from one of his books, and they were about freedom. And when I think about someone being stuck in their head, not knowing their habits and not having the foundational practices that I teach inside of Create, I think about them not being free. They're stuck. They are not free to move to another place in their business personally because they're stuck. And the 6 foundational practices that I teach in there allows them to not just have confidence, but to have freedom. And so when I heard him starting to talk about this, and I'm walking and I'm kind of listening to all of this, I did not plan on offering a book as a bonus. But what I am going to do is give a credit towards this book. And I'm going to show you this book, and I'm going to read to you why I feel like it goes so well with the Create course in summer of 2024. So real time, I don't know that this is ever anything that I will offer again like this, but real time right now, I feel like this fits. It is called the Motivation Manifesto, and it is the 9 declarations to claim your personal power. And I love that it's in gold. Don't you love that gold lettering? And it has like a little red bookmark here. And I've had it for a little while and had not read it yet. So after I listened to the hour, oh good, Laura says excerpt. I was right. I was thinking that was it. After I listened to the first couple of chapters that Brendon actually read in his voice yesterday on the Growth Day app, I came back home and I opened up the book to look at the 9 different declarations that he was talking about. And I want to just read to you these 9 declarations. So in the Create course, I'm going to give you a credit to order this on Amazon. And we're just gonna kind of go through these 9 different declarations. Essentially, there are 9 weeks in the Create course. So we'll be able to kind of cover one declaration each one of the weeks when we're on Zoom, and I'll have posts. And so we're kind of do like a little book study in the course. Not overwhelming, but I think that these 9 things, when you hear them, will be things that you'll find helpful in your business and in your personal life. So the first one is, we shall meet life with full presence and power. Number 2 is we shall reclaim our agenda. 3 is we shall defeat our demons. 4 is we shall advance and abandon. 5 is we shall practice joy and gratitude. I really like that one. 6 is we shall not break integrity. 7 is we shall amplify love. Isn't that a great one? 8, we shall inspire greatness. I really like that one too. And then number 9 is we shall slow time. I just thought those 9 declarations sounded a lot like some of the different practices that I teach inside of Create. There's 9 of them, so that worked perfectly with the amount of time that we're inside the course. And it's a pretty small little book. I haven't read it yet, but let me see how many pages. It is just a little bit over 200 pages. So it's not a real lengthy book, and to just have one chapter, basically one declaration each week to be able to read is not going to be, it's really going to be one of the practices that I teach inside of the course is about reading. So that will fit right into there. So what I'm going to do as a bonus is to give a credit to be able to order that book yourself on Amazon. I am not going to take the time to do that, but I'll give you a credit so that you can. And right now on Amazon, it's actually on sale. So I'm going to be giving that credit towards the book for anyone who enrolls, whether it is alumni, you've already enrolled, or anybody that enrolls before midnight tonight. So Connie's excited. She says, awesome. She wasn't expecting a book because I said I wasn't going to do a book. But I really feel like this one is going to be one of the things that helps you to have freedom. I mean, it's about getting your personal power, your personal freedom. And I just felt like those 9 declarations went so well with what I teach inside the course. And I'm excited because I haven't read it yet. I think it's going to be something that I'm going to refer back to a lot. I've kind of just flipped through, and I like how it lays down flat. I don't know if anybody else pays attention, but whenever I get a book, I want to know that it's put together well enough that I can lay it down flat. I don't like those ones where that's just something that I like for it to be able to lay down flat like that. So if you are interested in the Create course, I only offer this once a year. You've heard probably the boot camp. I talked about the 6 different practices of the Create course during the boot camp. I had the interviews of the people who have taken the Create course, and they talked about what it has done for them. I only offer it once a year because honestly, it takes a lot of my time and energy that I want to put into it. And it's difficult to fit that into more than one time a year. And it'll be sometime in 2025 before I offer it again. And the retreat will be before I would offer it. So if you want to get the invitation to the retreat that will be in Florida next spring, you need to take the course now so that you can get that invitation. I would love to have you inside the course. I have another possible bonus that I may add during the course, but when I was really kind of thinking through what it might be, my whole motivation for the course, my purpose for developing it was, like I said earlier, to help anyone who needs help in their business, needs help with personal stuff, where I can help from my experience and my books and all the things that I have read. If they need help in getting unstuck, like really that's what the purpose of it is. It's a way for me to bring that information to as many people as possible, all in one space. But my mission really is to help you succeed, to help you to create that life that you love. That is part of the tagline of my business. And anything that I do inside of the course, any bonus that I offer, any question that I answer, that's the motivation behind it, that I want to make your life easier. I want to help you to do the things faster. I want to simplify things that might feel overwhelming. And that's the purpose of the Create course, to teach those 6 foundational practices so that you can go from being stuck in your head to confident in your core, so you can create a life that you love. I would love for you to join us. After the video, I will put the link here in the description if you would like to join us. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me, or you can reach out to any of the Create alumni who have used the hashtag in the comments there, and you can be able to ask them questions, and they'll be real with you. Just ask them whatever the question is that you have. So I appreciate you. If you have watched one boot camp, if you have watched this your very first one, I appreciate you showing up and giving me the opportunity to talk to you about this Create course and these 6 foundational practices that have helped me so much. So thank you once again, and I hope to see you inside Create. So bye, everybody.